Good morning. There is May. We are parked up in this beautiful forest car park, which has toilets, it has barbecue areas and lots of nature and hiking trails you can do. And again, it's all free. It's in the tattoo, it is a tattoo or tattoo facility. The sun is shining, which is really nice, because it did rain heavy last night, but we're just going for a little walk. How the weather could change in a single minute. As we left our lovely park up and started to drive, it started raining. And as we continued, it got heavier and heavier. There was only one thing to do, go and find shelter, as we couldn't carry on. So we checked on the Park for Night app and found there was a spa not far from us. So we discussed it and we said, why not? Let's go and spoil ourselves, and we headed there. And as you can see, by the time we arrived at the spa, the weather had turned beautiful again. Mr. D's very happy right this minute. We've checked into a spa hotel, not to stay in the hotel, but our motorhome is parked in their car park with free electric. He's hoping to go to the pub, which she's found. Pub. Mr. D's happy, he's checked out the menu, he's checked out the bar, and I'm going to check out a pedicure right now. I'm very excited.
Mrs. D ain't happy.
I couldn't have a pedicure, they're fully booked.
That's a shame. Just think, save a couple of bob. Go towards beer tonight.
Anyway, I'm going for a swim instead.
Yes, let's have a swim.
Have a swim. The sun is out. It's a gorgeous day, there's May. I've got the key for the electric. And yeah, what a great little spine this one. Thank you, Park for Night. Give us a wave, Mr. D. Did you enjoy that, Mr. D?
So we've had a sauna, we've had a swim, we've been in jacuzzi.
That's better.
Time for lunch and a beer.
Exactly, why not? Let's go and get that, because I'm feeling rather famished now. I feel very clean as well.
Yeah.
It's good. 4 hours later, feeling very refreshed, we set off again. We needed to empty our black and grey waste and also get some water. So we went on to the trusted app again, Park for Night, and found there was some services in a wood. So we headed there. It wasn't long before we got completely lost in the woods, but that wasn't our only problem. The storm had fallen a lot of trees, and of course one just happened to be across the road we were going. It wasn't too bad, we managed to clear it. Mr. D wasn't happy though, because he cut his finger. Once we cleared the road, we continued driving, and then we came across another tree. Unfortunately, I didn't film this one because we met this really nice local man. He was really shocked to see us. He said, what on earth is a British van doing in the middle of the forest? He was a local hunter, and he was worried for us because this is bear country. We told him the reason we were there, and we didn't hang around. We left as soon as we could. No, we didn't see any bears.
Good morning, Mrs. D.
Good morning.
So, what do you have in your hand?
I have a Latvia flag, so it should have been put up yesterday, but because it was just that white storm, there's nowhere I was going now. So although it was still windy, we decided to go for a walk. Our park up was in a place called Cesis, and there was a big castle situated there, and it's one of the most ironic and best preserved medieval castles in Latvia. Cesis Castle is one of the most visited heritage sites in Cesis, and it is one of the most sea destinations in the Baltic states. So we were intrigued to see what it was all about. It was a lovely walk up through the grounds, and the sun came out for a change. Why is it, Mr. D, that since we actually started this 4-month trip, all we seem to have done is climb flipping steps and hills, and I mean, either that or I'm really unfit because, yeah. Do you not think that, or what?
Yes, yeah, no, we've got a lot of hills and that, but it's good for the old cardiovascular, whatever it is. Good for your heart.
Great. So we've got our tickets to Cesis Castle, and I've got my little map, and we're going to the tower, and she's given me a candle because she said it's dark, so it might be haunted in there, Mr. Doyle.
Thank you very much.
Let's go find out. Yeah. Stop being... Can't see you. So we'll tell you a little bit about history of the castle as we go along. At the moment, here comes Mr. D with his candle, and off he goes into the West Tower, which I'm going to follow him, but I'm going to go last. I'll let Mr. D go first. So the castle was built around 1214 and was originally served as the residence of the Knights of the Livonian Brothers of the Sword. But under the management of its next owner, Teutonic Order, it gained fame as the most powerful fortress in Livonia. Livonian landmasters lived here, and the Order's annual chapter meetings were often held here. The Western Tower, which is one of 5 towers, houses the master's private residence. The route from the Western Tower through the castle garden leads to the Southern Tower, and in its basement a medieval dungeon is located. Today it can be visited by anyone brave enough to climb down the stairs all the way to the basement floor. Certainly not us. We spent quite a lot of time wandering around the ruins, and then eventually we climbed to the top of the tower for some spectacular views of the castle and of the town of Cesis. Over the centuries, the castle has shared its destiny with the city of Cesis in battles with Russian, Polish and Swedish troops. It has been repeatedly rebuilt and expanded, and the castle got its present archaeological appearance at the beginning of the 16th century. Today the castle is the most impressive eyewitness of local history and also attracts many visitors and guests. On the 3rd floor in the Southern Tower, which used to be part of the castle defence system, there is a new multimedia exhibition which tells the story of Cesis Castle. We found this really interesting. I have made a short video as a one-off special which you can see in our playlist. The castle also houses a large museum which we enjoyed. So we enjoyed Cesis Castle. It's not everyone's taste, but if you do enjoy castles and you're in the area, do visit this castle. It's not expensive to go in, around €5 each. And don't forget to check out that video which tells the whole history of Cesis Castle.
Welcome to the movie of History of Cesis Castle.
Directly opposite the castle you can walk straight into the town, so we had time to walk around the town and check out the local church. St John's Church is one of the oldest medieval monuments in Latvia, and the church was built in the beginning of the 13th century. It is also the largest medieval basilica outside of Riga. We then continued our walk around the town, which appeared to be deserted. It was time to leave, so we headed back to our park up. The weather had improved and we'd heard on the grapevine about some enormous statues, so we thought we'd make a pit stop on the way towards Riga. Mr. D,
Yes.
we've got hailstones.
We've got hailstones, yes we have. It's cold. It's wet.
We've had all sorts of weather today. It's been beautiful and sunny. We had rain in the night, now we've got hailstones. So we've come to Salaspils Memorials, and it's a memorial site erected on a Nazi prisoner of war camp. So we've just made another pit stop here before we get into Riga to go and have a look at the memorials, as it was en route. But it's a bit nippy, so I don't think we'll be here long, will we?
No, long enough to see the memorials and pay our respects to those that were killed during that period.
Exactly.
So there's Mrs. D. She's hiding from the hail shower. I know they're so big.
You don't realise how big they are until you get close up. And did you say when were these built, did you say, Sean?
It was like 1967 during the Soviet era.
They're really big. It's a museum. This was the camp. Reconstruction of the camp. And a plan. The death toll at this camp reached 2,000. But they say if the number of the Jews weren't counted in, it would have made 3,000 at least. We then stood for a while listening to the survivors' stories on video, which we got quite upset about. It was then time to leave, and if you are in the area, please do visit this area and pay your respects. I've popped the What 3 Words location on the screen for you. A short while later, we made yet another pit stop. Good afternoon, people.
Good afternoon.
We made a little pit stop on our way to Riga, to Gutman's Cave, to see what it's all about. You will notice I'm well wrapped up, and Mr. D's got his heavy coat on, he's wrapped up, because even though it's a beautiful day, it's really nice and sunny and blue sky.
And the wind has dropped.
Thank God for that. It's actually 5 degrees out here, so it's pretty nippy. Anyway, let's walk up to the caves and see what it's all about.
Let's have a look.
Go and read the information board, then we can let you know. We haven't got a clue what's at the caves, what they are, or what. Have we got a clue? Do you know?
No,
do you know
nothing about it.
No. We just know they're big caves. Thank God for information boards. So, Gutman's Cave is the most visited cave in Latvia. It's the largest grotto in the Baltic states, and it's an archaeological monument since 1967. And you can see the writing from way back, so it's quite prominent. Water runs around it as well, and there is writing on the walls of this cave, everywhere. Gutman's Cave is the largest cave in the Baltics, and it's shrouded in legends. One legend has it that in ancient times the cave was home to a good man who used the water of the spring to heal people. The cave's name is derived from the German phrase Gutmann, which means good man. On that interesting fact, I'm going to leave this vlog here for another week. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for coming along with us on this journey. And if you wouldn't mind, give us a like and ring that bell to make sure that you're notified when the next vlog goes on.
Welcome to the movie of History of CC Castle.